Yeah. Whew. Oh, okay. We knocked a lot off. There's anything else to do?
No, I think that's everything, man. I think it's everything. I think we're pretty good here, right?
I feel great.
Yeah,
I feel fantastic.
Good. How do you guys feel? You feel good? I feel good. This was
Workouts powered by the
Thunder Twins! Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the What's Up London show. I'm your host, Melissa Maloney, and as always, I'm so excited to be with you today and to share the stories of the amazing things happening in London. We have an incredible group of guests today that really highlight the fact that there is something for everyone happening in London over the next few weeks. Today, being Remembrance Day, it's important to continue to learn and understand the importance of this very special day. Here to talk to us about this year's ceremonies are Randy Warden, the committee chairperson, and Lieutenant Colonel Ian Haley, the parade commander for this year. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you.
Excited to have you both here. Thank you both for your service. And there's so much that we have to cover. So I just learned that it is Veterans Week. So maybe we can cover off what happens over the course of the week.
Veterans Week builds momentum towards Remembrance Day. On Friday at sunrise, a wreath was laid at the cenotaph, whereas it is Indigenous Veterans Day. And there were activities that carried us through the weekend. On Sunday at noon, we started to receive wreaths from the community, people that wanted to lay a wreath on for a family member. And then Sunday night, there was a cadet vigil where the youth come out and lay a wreath on behalf of Canada's youth. And that led us up to this morning, Remembrance Day. And it's been a busy day with my friend Ian here as command.
I'm sure you started early.
Always.
Yes. So why is it important that we are still having these conversations and that we're keeping this something that's so active and in people's minds?
I think it's captured with simply, lest we forget. If we don't keep reminding people, then it is lost to time. Since Confederation, Canada has lost 118,000 soldiers in war and in peace. And that's a staggering number.
It is.
It's a quarter of London, and that needs to be reminded. This year we put up banners downtown, and we put faces to some of these names. So we're trying to make sure that people know that it's not just numbers; these are people.
Definitely. And we were talking just before we got started about the fact that it's not just about World War I and World War II. It's about what's currently happening.
Yeah, I mean, it's in recent memory. We've all had friends that we've lost in Afghanistan, on peacekeeping missions, just in training accidents, which take actually a large proportion of soldiers. Things happen. And these are people that need to be remembered as well. And it's been encouraging to see in the last few years the numbers growing and growing at the cenotaph every year to remember these people.
Which is, and they really are, the numbers are getting bigger every year.
Absolutely.
And it is an incredible service that is put on at the cenotaph. And when you think about sort of what, do you have thoughts around why you think the numbers are growing the way that they are, or the work that's being done to make sure people don't forget?
London's fortunate. We have a fairly significant veteran community, and through the period of COVID, we found alternate ways to commemorate, to remember our veterans. And with COVID now behind us, there's been a desire to want to return to the cenotaph, and I'm pleased to see that.
And it's a beautiful service. My office was right across the street for a number of years, so I got to stand out on my porch and listen to it. And I was saying before the show, I was lucky enough to grow up with somebody who, my father was in a pipe band. So I've gone to sunrise services my whole life, and I think there's a feeling and an energy that you can feel when you're at one of those services. Do you think people are connecting to that and feeling the human aspect of everything that you're trying to get across?
I definitely think so. Is that the people are thinking there's a consistency to the service, there's an emotional connection, there's a historical connection, and it passes down from generation. My father was Royal Air Force. I served. My son actually is a piper in one of the local pipe bands, and he's there every year. And my grandson will be there. And so yes, there's this ongoing connection with the cenotaph and with the ceremony.
Amazing.
I think the citizens, Londoners, like to actually connect with some of the veterans too. You know, following the service, you always see people coming up and talking to the veterans. Once the parade marched off, there's a gathering over in Centennial Hall. And again, it's an opportunity just for people to go and talk to veterans and hear their stories. And I think that helps with the connection. Mm.
Amazing. Thank you both for all the work that you do and have put into this. And I'm sure you're going to have a well-deserved break after a busy few days. And we're really grateful for your time today.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to rogerstv.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at rogerstv.com.
Your happy place. Easy 1013, the perfect music mix.
Carbon monoxide is a deadly gas you can't see, smell, or taste.
Homes with fuel-burning appliances and/or attached garages must have working CO alarms installed outside all sleeping areas.
Don't let the silent killer get you. Install working CO alarms today.
In The Paint Box, host Jane Roy puts a spotlight on various aspects of the vibrant visual art community in the City of London. The Paint Box, Mondays at 5:30 p.m.
Today, I helped a senior find transportation to an important medical appointment.
Today, I helped a new mom find virtual programming so she didn't feel so isolated.
Today, I helped someone understand new government supports.
Every day, 211 navigators connect Canadians to critical government and community programs and services.
211. Help starts here.
Welcome back. I'm very excited to talk to our next guests, as those who know me know that I'm very passionate about empowering women and young women. And our next two guests are here to talk about the Emerging Leaders Award for 2024. Here to tell us more about this are Nada Abdallah from Oak Ridge Secondary School and Danielle Menang from CCH. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Hi, thank you so much.
So glad to have you both here.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. So why don't we start with what is the Emerging Leaders Award? Who would like to tackle that one?
Sure, I could start off. So the Emerging Leaders Award is an award that is provided by the Women's Canadian Club for grade 10 and 11 students who best exemplify the qualities of community leadership, demonstration in extracurriculars, and overall academic excellence. So the combination of these three traits are what the Women's Canadian Club looks for in students across the London area.
I love it. So why don't we talk a little bit about what led you to getting this? So Nada, you want to take it away for that, for your part?
So there is a lot of like small little things I've done here and there, but to be honest, some of the biggest projects and community initiatives that I have been a part of or led have mostly come from my my moral values, for what my parents have brought me up with, and what
I felt was the most needed for our community. So, for example, I was a national ambassador for a national homelessness prevention program called Raising the Roof, which brings about 10 to 15 participants from across Canada over to Toronto for a series of different conferences that discuss the ongoing prevalence of homelessness, not only within our local communities, but nationally as well. And so as part of that initiative, I got to use what I had learned from those conferences, bring it back with me over to London, Ontario, and invite Mayor Josh Morgan and NDP Member Provincial Parliament Peggy Sadler to kind of raise awareness about on the issue in our schools, and create a 2 campaign that allowed us to raise a couple $1,000s for the National Homelessness Prevention Program, which was entirely great.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
It's been like a whole journey. I've loved getting to collaborate with, again, all the different students from across Canada, because again, Canada is so diverse. We are like multicultural blend. If people immigrate to Canada, if we look at Toronto, for example, like every single person that I've met is from a different culture, from a different ethnicity. And so kind of seeing that come to play and kind of using what I learned from other people and putting that towards the table and using that in my initiatives, that has been very transformative for me, and it has kind of inspired me to do what I've been doing.
Amazing. And Danielle, how about you? What are some of the initiatives that you're passionate about?
Yeah, so thank you. So I actually run my own initiative called the Innovative Mindset Initiative, and it's based on the concept of innovative volunteerism, which is a mindset tool that allows everyone to solve societal problems regardless of their resources or backgrounds. For example, with me, I'm into fashion, so I have my own business initiative where I create sustainable tote bags using African Ankara fabric, like the one I'm currently wearing right now.
Which is spectacular.
Thank you.
Really
to
cool.
Promote creativity and environmental awareness. And also, I am the co-host of the Mindset Spot podcast, where it is an extension of the Innovative Mindset Initiative, where we discuss societal issues and how we can leverage our skills to be the catalyst for change of our contemporary challenges. Whether you have skills in fashion, carpentry, engineering, art, we can all use our unique talents to devise solutions for tomorrow's challenges. And I also engage in peer tutoring, where at CCH and within my community, I aid students who are struggling in different areas of learning to believe in themselves and truly have confidence so that they can use education to be the leaders of tomorrow. And in addition to that, I have the privilege of going to Kenya annually, and I volunteer with the Nairobi Art Center, where I work with local community youth to leverage their creativity so that they can express themselves. And the main logic behind that is that by being able to express yourself, you're able to express your challenges. And by being able to express your challenges, you are then able to create solutions to the problem that you may face as an individual and that your community may face. So through a combination of these initiatives, I believe that's what led me to being acknowledged by the Women's Canadian Club.
Okay, you both are incredible. So we're just gonna start there. As we're getting closer to the end of what we need to talk about, I guess if you could each maybe quickly share, if you were to talk to another youth and encourage them to get involved in giving back to community the way you have, maybe not to the level you have because you're pretty spectacular, but what would you say? What do you get from doing all of this and giving back?
My favorite TV show is Anne with an E. It's a Canadian Netflix TV show that focuses on a redheaded orphan named Anne. And so one of her biggest quotes is, "Adversity is a blessing." That is something that I have taken with me in my endeavors, and that is something that I have literally told every single young person around me so that they can potentially be inspired and potentially contribute to their community. And what I mean by that is no matter how hard you work, no matter if you face challenges or obstacles or anything that might get in your way of completing a goal, adversity is a blessing. We should not forget it. We should hone in on it, and if we do believe in that quote and if we do manifest it, I really do think that we can achieve our goals and we can succeed in our initiatives.
Awesome. And Danielle, how about you?
Thank you. I just want to all the youth watching, I think leadership is not just confined to grandeur gestures. It's often in the moments of helping a friend understand difficult concepts, or helping out with a community workshop, or even just recycling. It is in these moments where true leadership is born. So to those of you guys watching who are like, where can I find my place in leadership? I'm not the most vocal person. I'm not the most quote unquote bold. It starts with you. It starts with your mindset and being able to understand the challenges you face so that solutions moving forward can be tailored to you and be tailored to the needs of your community. So to those of you guys watching today, just remember, like Nike says, just do it. And by you just doing it, you will be able to be a catalyst for change in your community and beyond.
Well, I have nothing to add to that, ladies. We can mic drop and just send us home for the day. Thank you so much for coming in today. Really excited and so impressed with everything. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right back.
You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to RogersTV.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at RogersTV.com.
Hey, you want to see a show on Rogers TV that doesn't feature any human stars? Well, you've come to the right place. Watch Crumpet Corner, this brand new show full of laughs and, weirdness, chaos.
Join the high-energy, bodyweight-based workouts of the Thunder Twins. Gerald and Harold will get all shapes and sizes up and moving. Catch the Thunder Mondays at noon.
This is a perfectly healthy child. What's unhealthy are birth alerts, a racist practice that may stop this Indigenous mother from going home with her newborn. Become an ally. Rise above racism in healthcare.
Welcome back. Our next guest is here to share more about his business, another example of the amazing talent we have in London and why it is a great place to do business. DIBZ is an incredible sports and entertainment platform, and here to tell us more about it is Brennan D'Souza, the founder and CEO. Welcome, Brennan.
Thanks for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
We're excited to talk about DIBZ.
Yes.
So why don't you tell us what it is?
Yes, so DIBZ, and I'll get this out of the way. It's all about calling dibs on something, right? So DIBZ was, so we're a Comcast-backed company, and what we do in sports and entertainment is we provide seat upgrades via text messaging. It's as simple as that.
Super cool.
So here's the concept. You go to like a game or an event, and you're always in the nosebleeds, and there's always like some empty seats that are ahead of you, and you're like, oh, I wish I was in those. Well, we've developed a system, a text messaging system, that you can use at these professional sporting venues to allow people to do just that. So we have a lot of inventory that comes to us from the teams, and we pass that along to people. And how this happens is we have these QR codes that are around the stadiums. They scan it, it opens up their text messaging app. They can then pick from these seats, they'll pay for these seats, and then they just move up once they purchase.
Way better plan than just trying to sneak in.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you can always seat hop. I've been guilty of it too. But in this, I guess in this way, it helps everybody because one, the ticket's always subsidized. I mean, the teams are more than happy to give it to you for a much cheaper price once you're there.
Sitting there anyways.
Absolutely. And so it kind of like improves it for everybody. And I think the other way is just the optics for TV rights. places look more full. There's more engagement. The fans are closer to the action. So I think it's just a great experience for everybody.
Amazing. And so I know you started in sports and entertainment. Are there other verticals that you're doing as well?
Yes. So the premise is that if you can upgrade people via text messaging really easily, then technically you can do this in other verticals as well. So there's two verticals that we're entering right now. One is travel and tourism, and the other one is hospitality. So think of a suite upgrade.
Okay.
Hey, it's not a seat, but we can move up into a better room last minute. Or right now, what about a seat upgrade on a flight? So right now we are in early stages with a couple of airlines to do exactly that.
Amazing.
We have a product that's launched at Pittsburgh International Airport right now. We've been live for the past year and a half. We're just about to, I was just in Las Vegas actually 2 weeks ago. We're about to launch with one of the big hotels there. And in the end of the day, most people that go to these sports and events, they're staying in hotels and they're traveling.
Yeah.
So these are the perfect synergies to make it all come together through one text messaging flow that is calling dibs.
It's so cool, and it's true. Like, it's things that we all want, the suite that maybe we're not prepared to pay the $1,500, $2,000 for. But if I could call dibs on it, get a little bit extra.
Absolutely. So I think one of the let us do the hard work in the sense that, look, there's always unsold inventory that's available, no matter what you say. For every Taylor Swift concert or Justin Bieber concert, there's a lot of other concerts that have a lot of inventory. So our job is to work with those venues, and we bring those last minute holds that are released, the people that don't show up. We take that inventory and we pass that along to people that are already there. So you might as well, try and get a better seat. And if this is worth your while, it's going to make everybody like a bigger fan by having a better experience.
Amazing. How can people actually take advantage of this and get dibs?
Yeah, sure. So right now, we've been so blessed to be So we've actually first launched with the Atlanta Braves after Comcast came in and backed us. Next year is going to be very special because we're going to be fully integrated with the Cleveland Guardians and most likely the Baltimore Orioles, maybe even the Oakland A's. So that's baseball. There's also a few other event venues some larger venues that we're going to be doing concerts in. So I guess where it's going to be a land grab where we start to make big partnerships and try to be in more venues. But I will say that things are just starting to heat up. So it should be pretty exciting.
So if there was one message you wanted to get out as we wrap up, what would that message be?
I would say, I want everybody to call dibs on their next seat upgrade. I want them to look for us when they're out there. I also want to say that we've had a lot of successful growth, and now we're getting ready for our next huge growth piece, which is why we're going to be in a seed round where we're kind of like courting some investors for the next stage of growth. So that's something that if there's anybody out there that would want to be in touch with this, happy to talk through that and share a little bit of our next path and growth.
Amazing. We will make sure to get that contact information out there for people as well so they know how to reach you. Thank you so much for coming in today and telling us all about dibs.
Thanks so much.
We'll be right back.
I came here after a war in 1990 from Kuwait-Iran war. And I came personally here in my family, or part of my family, as a refugee myself. And we were very fortunate. This country gave us a lot, gave us basically everything, peace, a life. Because of that, I decide to give at least something to this country. I decide to sacrifice my life to this country, to whatever she gave us. Be firm, be friendly, be fair. That's basically the Canadian Armed Forces what gave me. It's a different life.
Hi everyone, my name's Emily Febri. I'm also known as Ranger M. I'm an environmental communicator and educator, and I get to talk to a lot of different people about all things nature and conservation. I love to knowledge share, and that's what I want to do with you. So come on, let's go learn with Ranger M.
Welcome back. Today's final guest is here to share her incredible journey of being a newcomer in London, her family life, and the importance of community as she gets ready to represent London at the Mrs. Globe Canada pageant on November 17th. To share more about this experience is Annie Gasca, Mrs. London Globe. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
So tell us a little bit about Mrs. London Globe and what that means, or what the Globe platform means.
Sure. So the pageant for me means to get out of my comfort zone. I really want to challenge myself and, of course, represent my community as a Latina immigrant and a new mom. Yeah, I have a baby. So also I really want to share all my community love towards the platform, the pageant itself, and then that's why I created the platform. The name of the platform is One Hand.
Okay.
Yes. So my focus is to help low-income families, immigrants, and whoever might be in need to show them information of resources, support, and activities that they can do in London, Ontario right now.
Amazing. So the One Hand platform, that's something that you yourself built?
Yes. So that was between like my experience in nonprofit organizations when I work here in Canada, and also the things that I love to do, pretty much.
I love that. I love that. And so what's available to people on the platform?
Me, as being an immigrant here to come into Canada, it was really hard for me to find those places where I could do something to get out of my house, meet that, I don't know, friends, people, and just being happy.
Yeah.
So I really want to provide that website and that platform so people, okay, I know this is the place that I can go and see all the things that I could afford and still living my best life without being financially stable.
I love that. I love that. So I know your journey as a newcomer was something that is a big part of all of the things that you're doing. So do you want to maybe share a little bit about your journey with us?
Yeah, of course. So I came to Canada in 2019. I'm from Colombia.
Okay.
I came with all my family. When we moved here to London, we of course struggle so many challenges as every other immigrant that comes here. So of course we needed to adapt with the English, culture, lifestyle, everything. So I was lucky to find my nonprofit organization, Northwest London Resource Center, which we attached to. So that was my safe place. Thanks to them, I really was feeling myself, kind of like getting into my path, helping people was always my goal. And that's how I learned about London, that's how I learned about Canada, and that's how I learned about myself, honestly.
Yeah.
So thanks to that, I decided to join a pageant in 2022, which I won the provincial part. But when I went to nationals, I couldn't go to nationals because of a financial problem. And then this year, I also had the opportunity to join this pageant. And I was like, okay, I feel like this is the perfect opportunity. I have the time, I have more information, my school, my knowledge. I really want to bring back that community support, helping people through my passions and my goals.
I love that. And such a great way to use your experience to build community and bring you into the London community as somebody who's not been here for that many years.
Yeah.
Amazing. So when we think about sort of your journey and the platform and the pageant, is there an opportunity for you to use the pageant to leverage the platform that you're building? Is there a prize, or is there something that can help you push that to the next level?
Yeah, pretty much. So, it's not the prize that they will do to your platform. Me going to nationals means that I'm gonna be reaching out more people, pretty much. So that's why I also wanted to talk here.
Yeah.
So anyone that might be interested in just follow my journey, helping me with the platform itself and building that together, they are more than welcome. So I really want to spread the word about what I'm doing. And of course, if they support me through the pageant, I will go internationally, and that's when everything gets bigger and bigger with the platform itself.
Thank you so much for coming in and sharing your story with us.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Well, it's a wrap for today. Thank you for watching and for listening. I encourage you to support the efforts of our guests by liking, commenting, and sharing this episode of What's Up London with your friends, family, and networks. Please visit our guests' websites and social media pages and plan to attend their events. Until I see you again, be safe and be kind.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
Join us for a night of hope and healing at our annual Marymount Gala celebrating 150 years of our organization. Together we can support children in crisis and make a